Welcome to this video where we're going to share the simple keys to increasing your closing rate. And if you stay with me over the next 5 minutes, I am going to show you the best tip that I have to accelerate your sales and increase your closing rate significantly. Hi, my name is Frida. I've been in sales over a decade now, and I've also been running my own coaching program and my own agency where I helped other coaches generate millions of dollars in a very short period of time. And in this video, I'm going to share my secrets on how to actually increase your closing rate and how to do it without any hustle on still being a human. So let's dive right into it. So the one thing is that humans do business with humans. You are not going to be a hustler. You're not going to be a robot. You're not going to put anyone in the corner and kind of force them to buy to make them feel bad about themselves. Selling should be a win-win situation, and you need to be authentic. You need to be genuine in order to get people to trust you and feel great after they've been on a sales call with you. That's one of the most important things, in my opinion, is that you can be a little bit personal. You can tell them, you know what, I've been there too, and find that bond, find that connection, that you are not just this super successful person who got it all covered, who never makes any mistakes. If you could do it, they can do it too. So make sure that you are human, because people do business with humans. You need to understand the correlation between your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, and therefore your results. And this is something that you want to bring up on a sales call and make the potential clients understand that what they're doing right now is just autopilot. They are working from their subconscious mind's programming, and that's what's controlling their action that their body take, and that's going to control their results. So in order to actually change their results, achieve those amazing goals that they want to achieve, they can't just go ahead and think positive, because that's never going to work when it is our feeling, our subconscious mind, that actually controls what we do. Therefore, if we do not change the programming, it's impossible for us to change our results. You can see that our thoughts, feelings, actions, and results are very well connected. Well, then you can do a better job as a coach, but you can also make them understand that there's not going to be a change if you don't change. Set clear expectations and the next step. So we humans, we actually like to be led. We like to have a leader who tells us exactly what we should do and that we know what's the next steps are. We have expectations. So what I like to do is, first of all, that I have everything in the calendar, both my calendar and the potential client's calendar. When we're going to meet, they know what we're going to talk about, and they know, the agenda for the call. And when I get on the call, kind of break the ice a little bit, but then I tell them that, you know what, I'm really, really curious about learning more about your current situation, where you are right now, but I also want to learn about your goals. I want to learn about what you would do if anything was possible. And I want to know what's stopping you from achieving that on your own. And by the end of this call, if I feel that this is something that I can help you achieve, I will tell you a little bit more about our coaching program, and then you can make a decision if that's something for you or not. Taking that leader role is going to help you increase your sales significantly. Remove any objections or insecurities. When a person are on a sales call and everything feels amazing, and they just say that, you know what, I have to think about it, or I have to ask a friend or a colleague or a partner, and I have to do all of these things. I can't make a decision straight away. I never do that. And you want to understand what their question marks is. Why do they need time? What are they wondering more about? So you want to make sure that you remove any objections, you remove any insecurities, and it's very, very clear for them what the next step is. But the only way to do that is to ask them questions. So make sure that you remove any insecurities and objections during the sales calls, and you do that by asking questions. Tell them what will happen now. So when the sales call is over, even if they purchased or if your guys are following up, then you want to make sure that you tell them that what's going to happen right now, that they might be very emotionally engaged with you and your coaching program because you're probably a very inspiring and motivated person. But when they got off the call, those emotions are gonna drop down, and then their subconscious mind and their previous programming is gonna sit on their shoulder, whisper in their ear, tell them that you can't do this, this is not for you, you can't afford it, You don't have time, all these different objections on why they cannot change, because doing a change is actually something that is very hard for us. We have a programming and we do most of our daily actions on an autopilot. And if we're going to change that, it's going to take a lot of energy. So it's much easier for us to stay in the comfort zone. And our subconscious mind knows that. You kind of have to tell the prospect that this is what's going to happen when we get off this call. Don't worry. It's just your programming trying to keep you in the comfort zone. When that happens, give me a call and I will help you straighten it out. If you do that, I'm going to promise you that this ghost rate will decrease and your closing rate will increase. And ask for the order. Most salespeople never ask for the order ever. And if you are on a sales call and you have great chemistry and a great relationship with the person you're talking to, and then you go ahead and say like, yeah, okay, so let me know. And then you hang up and you don't know the next step. The person doesn't know the next step. You didn't ask for the order and they just don't do it, even though everything felt great. On every single sales call where you come to that conclusion that this is right for that person, you have to ask for the order. And the easiest way to do that is to basically say, okay, so should we go for it? And then you want to be quiet. So this is a very important step in the sales process or in the closing process, is to be quiet after answering a question. This is going to help your closing rate skyrocket. If you just sit there, it might be uncomfortable. It might take 1 second for them to answer. They might take 2 minutes for them to answer. But you have to make sure that you are quiet until they say one little word. It's gonna, increase and accelerate your sales so badly that you can't even imagine. That was basically all the different keys and steps that I had on how to be more successful with your sales call, accelerate your sales, and make sure that your coaching business is more sustainable. And everything that I show you in this video, you can use for both business to business sales and business to customer sales. I use that on both, and it's worked like magic, and you definitely want to go ahead and try this straight away. And as always, if you like this video, I will be super happy if you click subscribe, and if you hit that notification button, do a thumbs up. And you can also share with me in the comments what you implemented today on a sales call and how that made you feel, because being quiet is super hard, but it's so worth it. So go ahead and type that in the comments if you like this video. And I'm really looking forward to sharing some more tips and tricks with you.